I stumbled upon a breathtaking photo of a beach so perfect, it seemed otherworldly. The caption read, "Europe's best kept secret." That was all it took. I became obsessed. My mission, to find the 5 most secret, beautiful beaches in Europe. This isn't your typical travel vlog. We're going off the beaten path. Treacherous hikes, hidden caves, and roads that barely qualify as roads await us. Each beach is a hidden gem, and the journey is as wild as the destination. Are you ready to discover places you've only dreamed of? Water so clear it looks like glass. Cliffs so massive they'll make you feel tiny. We're starting with a beach in Italy that's so protected you can only reach it by boat or a grueling mountain hike. This is Europe's secret beaches, and you won't want to miss a second. Let's go. First up, Cala Golorizze in Sardinia, Italy. It's practically a fortress, hidden away from the world by sheer cliffs and wild, untouched nature. This isn't your average beach trip. This is an adventure that starts long before your toes ever touch the sand. Getting there is the challenge. Cala Golorizze is famous for being one of the most remote and protected beaches in all of Italy. You have 2 extreme options: either brave a multi-hour hike over rugged terrain, or arrive by boat, skirting dramatic cliffs and hidden coves. Both routes are an adventure in themselves, and neither is for the faint of heart. We chose both. The hike was grueling, with jagged rocks and narrow paths that seemed to wind endlessly through the wild Sardinian landscape. Every step felt like a test of determination. The sun beat down relentlessly, turning the rocky trail into a furnace. But the thought of the hidden cove, rumored to be one of the most beautiful in the Mediterranean, kept us pushing forward. The air was thick with pine and wild herbs, a scent you don't get in the city. It was like breathing in pure Mediterranean wilderness, every inhale a reminder of how far we were from civilization. Every so often, the trees parted, revealing glimpses of the sea below, turquoise and impossibly clear, sparkling in the distance like a secret waiting to be discovered. Just when my legs were about to give out, we reached a clearing. The anticipation was electric, and suddenly, all the exhaustion faded away. There it was, a perfect sliver of white sand nestled between massive limestone cliffs, untouched and pristine. It looked almost unreal, like a scene from a dream. The water was like liquid sapphire, shimmering under the sun. It was the most pristine piece of nature I'd ever seen, and it felt like we'd stumbled upon a hidden paradise. We scrambled down to the pebble beach, the stones smooth and white beneath our feet, each step bringing us closer to the water we'd been dreaming about. I sprinted into the shockingly cold but refreshing water, the chill instantly washing away the heat and fatigue of the hike. You could see every pebble on the seafloor, even 20 feet out. The clarity was unbelievable, like swimming in a giant aquarium. It was like floating in a giant natural infinity pool, with the cliffs rising up around you and the sky stretching endlessly above. Only a handful of people were there, all sharing a quiet respect for this incredible place. There was a sense of camaraderie, as if everyone knew they'd earned this moment. We explored underwater caves, their shadows mysterious and inviting, and stared up at the towering limestone pinnacle that guards the beach like a sentinel. Later, we took a boat back to see it from the water, marveling at how the beach seemed to vanish into the cliffs, hidden from the world unless you knew exactly where to look. Cala Golorizze set the bar high. It's a place that makes you work for its beauty, and the reward is an experience you'll never forget. It's a testament to the idea that the best places are often the hardest to reach. The journey is part of what makes it so special. This beach is a 10 out of 10, an absolute masterpiece. It's the kind of place that stays with you long after you leave. But this is just the beginning. We have 4 more secret beaches to find, each with its own story and its own challenge. Next, we're off to Portugal, to a place guarded by a rock formation that looks like a giant bear. The adventure is only getting started. The journey there is even more dangerous than this one, with cliffs that test your courage and paths that demand your full attention. 1 down, 4 to go. The challenge is on, and the search for the world's most impossible beaches continues. Next stop, Portugal, a country famous for its golden beaches, dramatic cliffs, and a coastline that seems to stretch on forever. But today, we're not heading to just any beach. We're searching for one of Portugal's most secret and wild treasures. We drove along the winding roads of Sintra, the landscape shifting from lush forests to rugged cliffs, all to find Praia da Ursa, Bear Beach. The beach gets its name from 2 massive sea stacks that, if you squint just right, look like a bear and its cub standing guard over the sand. But finding Praia da Ursa is an adventure in itself. There are no clear signs, no tourist crowds, just a sense of mystery and the sound of the wind. We parked at the very edge of a towering cliff, the Atlantic wind whipping around us, and the roar of the ocean echoing from far below. The only way down was a steep rocky trail, more of a controlled slide than a hike. Every step demanded focus, as loose stones threatened to send us tumbling. It was genuinely dangerous, not for the faint-hearted. The path was narrow, and the drop-offs were real. My heart pounded with every step, a mix of nerves and excitement. The anticipation of what waited below kept us moving. When our feet finally touched the sand, it felt like a true victory. We had made it to a place few ever see. The view was absolutely breathtaking. A vast, untouched stretch of sand, flanked by jagged cliffs that seemed to rise straight from the sea. The Ursa rock stood tall and proud, defying the relentless power of the ocean, as if daring the waves to try and move them. The Atlantic was wild and alive, its waves crashing with a thunderous roar that made the whole beach tremble. It was both beautiful and humbling. We were completely alone in this epic landscape, feeling like explorers at the edge of the world, surrounded by raw, untamed nature. As the sun began to set, the cliffs caught fire with color, fiery oranges and deep purples painting the rocks and sand in a magical glow. The climb back up was exhausting, our legs burning with every step, but the memory of that wild beach gave us the strength to keep going. Praia da Ursa isn't for casual beachgoers. It's a hidden gem, a reward for those willing to brave the journey and embrace the adventure. It's wild, dramatic, and unforgettable. You don't just visit Praia da Ursa, you conquer it, and it leaves a mark on your soul. 2 beaches down, and each one has changed us in its own way, reminding us how adventure can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Next, we're off to Greece, to a beach with a legendary story involving smugglers, a shipwreck, and a secret that draws travelers from around the world. Our third secret beach is Navaggio Beach, tucked away on the sun-drenched island of Zakynthos, Greece. You might know it by its more famous name, Shipwreck Beach, a place that's become legendary among travelers and locals alike. Despite its fame, getting here isn't simple. The beach is completely enclosed by towering limestone cliffs, some of which rise over 200 meters, making it impossible to reach by car or foot. The only way in is by boat, which adds to the sense of adventure and exclusivity. We decided to charter a small boat with Spiros, a local legend who's been navigating these waters for decades. He grinned and told us we were about to witness something unforgettable, and we could feel the excitement building as we set off. As our boat rounded a dramatic limestone headland, the water beneath us shifted from deep blue to a surreal electric turquoise. The color was so vivid it almost didn't look real, glowing against the pale cliffs. Suddenly there it was, an enormous rusted shipwreck lying half buried in the dazzling white sand, framed by the cliffs. The sight was both haunting and beautiful, like something out of a dream. The contrast of the corroded metal against the blindingly white sand and the impossibly blue water was absolutely striking. It's a scene that photographers and artists travel the world to capture. We couldn't resist jumping in and swimming to shore, stepping out onto sand so soft and white it looked almost unreal. It truly felt like we'd landed inside a postcard or stumbled onto a movie set. All around us, the cliffs soared hundreds of feet into the sky, forming a natural amphitheater that made the beach feel hidden from the rest of the world. The echo of the waves bouncing off the stone added to the magic. At the center of it all sits the MV Panayotis, the infamous shipwreck that gives the beach its name. Its story is as captivating as its appearance. Legend has it, the Panayotis was a smuggling ship loaded with contraband that ran aground here in the 1980s while being chased by the Greek Navy. The wreck has remained ever since, becoming an icon of mystery and adventure. We explored the rusted hull, peering into its shadowy corners and imagining the wild stories it could tell. For a moment, we felt like pirates searching for hidden treasure. After our boat adventure, we took a winding drive up the cliffs to the official viewing platform. From above, the beach looked even more surreal, a splash of white and turquoise cradled by stone. But the real magic happened when a local guide led us to a hidden, unguarded ledge nearby. There, we had the entire view to ourselves, away from the crowds. Navaggio Beach is a paradox, world famous, yet when you find the right spot, it still feels like your own secret discovery. It's a place where you can be alone with your thoughts, even as you stand in one of the most photographed places on Earth. The shipwreck adds a sense of romance and intrigue, making the whole experience feel like a scene from a storybook. It's no wonder this beach lives up to every bit of its legendary reputation. That's 3 incredible beaches down, and with each one, the adventure just keeps getting better. Next, we're setting sail for a tiny hidden cove in Mallorca, Spain. A place so secret, most maps don't even show it. Get ready for the next chapter of our journey. For our 4th location, I wanted something small and intimate. Calo des Mora in Mallorca, Spain. It's called the Secret Swimming Pool, and finding it was a mission. There are no signs. You park in a residential area and walk through private farmland. We followed vague instructions, passing goats and olive trees, thinking we were lost. Then, a rickety wooden ladder led us down a rock face to a tiny, narrow cove. The water was the calmest, clearest turquoise I've ever seen, like a natural swimming pool. The cliffs sheltered the cove, creating a serene environment. We scrambled down a rocky incline, ensuring only those who really want to be there make the effort. Once down, it felt like our own private paradise. We jumped into the warm, calm water, floating and looking up at the cliffs. It was peaceful and quiet, pure tranquility. Cailo des Moro is special for its intimacy, a secret room disconnected from the world. We went early to experience it with just a few others, but even with more people, the magic remained. It's a reminder that the best things come in small packages. 4 beaches down, 1 to go. Next, we're heading to England, home to an iconic and geologically stunning rock formation. For our final secret beach, we're heading to the Jurassic coast of Dorset, England, to Durdle Door Beach. It's more well known, but the feeling of discovery is just as powerful. We arrived on a classic English day, a mix of sunshine and clouds. The walk to the beach is civilized, with panoramic views of the English Channel. The path leads to a steep staircase down to the beach. But first, we walk to the clifftop viewpoint to see Durdle Door. It's a massive limestone arch, a natural doorway into the ocean. It's a masterpiece of natural erosion, millions of years in the making. We braved the steep staircase to the shingle beach. Up close, the arch is even more impressive. The beach is a beautiful bay of pebbles and sand, the water clear and turquoise. We swam out towards the arch, looking back at the dramatic landscape. The Jurassic Coast is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, revealing millions of years of history. We searched for fossils, finding a few small ammonites. Durdle Door feels ancient and powerful, a geology lesson and a beautiful beach. Standing on that beach, looking through the stone doorway, I felt a sense of accomplishment. We had crossed a continent, finding 5 of Europe's most beautiful and secret beaches. Each one unique, each a challenge, and each worth it. And that's a wrap on our epic hunt for Europe's 5 most secret beaches. What an insane journey. We pushed our limits, saw unforgettable sights, and proved the spirit of adventure is alive. From Italy's crystal clear waters to Portugal's rugged cliffs, Greece's legendary Shipwreck, Spain's hidden cove, and England's ancient arch, each beach was unique. I hope this video inspires you to find your own hidden gems. The world is full of incredible places that take effort to find, but the reward is worth it. These experiences stick with you forever. Huge thanks to my team and all of you for joining the adventure. Let me know in the comments which beach was your favorite, or if you know of a secret beach we should visit next. If you want more videos like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.